A drug is against the law in South Africa. Why are there still drugs in South Africa? That's my question. It's not about Nigeria, it's not about Zimbabwe. It's about a plague that is killing South Africa in South Africa. So how come you are having drug problems in South Africa?
How come you are having drug problem in South Africa? Because we are not having it in
Nigeria.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome everyone, this is Apostle Sello. We want to welcome you to CFC TV Media. As you know, motoki motokabatu umtungo muntu ngabantu amane saman med others. If you want to engage with us, please like, subscribe and share this video. If it's the first time, please ring the bell so that when we upload a new video, you'll get a notification. And I think as you know, today's topic, I think two Nigerians men, they've asked a question. Why is South Africa having a drugs problem, whereas in Nigeria they don't have a drug problem? Please, South Africans, can you help me to answer this question? Why is South Africa having a drug problems, whereas in Nigeria they don't have a drug problem? I'll try to answer it by watching these videos that I've uploaded. You can see and check for yourself. This is my answer, but I don't know what is your answer. Please, if you've got an answer, please comment on the comment section. Why is South Africa having a drug problem and Nigerians in Nigeria they don't have drug problems? But when you check in South Africa, they're arrested every day with drugs. Each and every day, our women, our girls are arrested outside the country, in Thailand and in other countries, because of drugs. And when you check, our South African ladies, they've got a relationship with these Nigerians. They smuggled these drugs, but they are arrested. And you check again, there are many Nigerians who are arrested in Europe, in the whole world, in India, in Thailand, in UK, in USA, trying to smuggle these drugs. In Canada, you can name them. But they are saying to them that they are saying they don't have a drug problem. There's something again that I hate about sometimes Nigerians. When they are wrong, they can't even accept. When they've got challenges in their country, they can't even say and accept. There's many countries, they deport them. In the whole world, you go, they are deported every day. But their fight is with South Africans. You'll never hear Nigerians comparing themselves with UK, Italy, Thailand, India. Wherever they are deported, they will never compare themselves with these countries that are deporting them. Scammers, they scam people. Go to America, scam UK, everywhere in South Africa, they scam women. They scam all the time, whole world. But they never fight them. They never fight these countries. But the problem is they compare themselves with South Africans. Everything they do, you compare. You go to TikTok, you go to YouTube, you go everywhere. They compare themselves with South Africans. I don't know why. Many countries, they hate them in the world. But they never said bad things about them. They are deported every day. They are arrested every day with drugs. But they never compare themselves with the world, with those countries. But there's only one country that they compare themselves with, is South Africa. Why? But the question here is, let's not forget the question. Please answer us through your comments in the comment sections. Why South Africa has drug problem and Nigeria don't have drug problem? Just check these videos. While I'm waiting for your answers. Thank you very much.
A drug is against the law in South Africa. why are there still drugs in South Africa? That's my question. It's not about Nigerians, it's not about Zimbabwe. It's about a plague that is killing South Africa in South Africa. So how come you're having drug problems in South Africa?
How come you are having drug problem in South Africa? Because we are not having it in
Nigeria.
Drug use among Nigerian youths has become a growing concern in recent years. The statistics are alarming, with over 11% of young Nigerians engaging in the abuse of hard drugs such as syrup, tramadol, diazepam, cocaine, and shisha mix. Why is this proving to be a menace for authorities in the West African country? Our correspondent Louisa Olaniyi sent us this report.
Drug abuse among youths is a major concern in Nigeria. Marijuana is one of the most commonly abused substances among the youth, as Nigeria is the largest cannabis-producing country in West Africa. Other substances being abused include codeine, tramadol, and many illicit drugs. As the country commemorates the Mental Health Awareness Week, experts have called for deliberate efforts at addressing the growing drug menace.
We at Grey Hub are dedicated to mitigating these issues. First of all, by providing psychosocial support, that is, incorporating the family into the treatment. Now, you cannot treat someone and say, okay, I send you back into the world without providing a fallback for them. Now, they are going back into that world where they picked up drug use. So if you send them back without a plan for engagement, they will fall back into the same drug use.
This is available for students to be able to have that independent and unbiased and non-judgmental space to be able to express their emotions. So these are all the things that have led us to where we are now, and the drug thing is just very, very concerning.
The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency reported that about 14.3 million Nigerians between the ages of 15 and 64 were estimated to have abused drugs in 2019, with a significant portion of them being youth. Experts describe the situation as a pandemic.
In a world where the pressures of the daily life can feel overwhelming, it is essential to recognize and address the challenges faced by our youth. In today's world, anxiety is a common struggle that affects many young individuals, and they've called on the need for young people to open up, seek help, as seeking help is a sign of strength and not weakness. From Lagos, Nigeria, Louisa Olaniyi World is...
Yeah, well up, my people, you know what it is. It's a boy now, Mali. I would like to urge my fans, the Malians and all the Nigerian youths to stop doing drugs, because it's not good for your well-being. Let's all stop substance abuse in any form. I've keyed into this campaign to support NDLEA to stop drugs on the street. Please join us. It's really not good. It makes you go back into crime. It does a lot of things to you. Thank you very much.
In South Africa, the South African police have arrested 8 Nigerians for allegedly attacking officers during a drug raid. In a statement issued on Friday, the police said the suspects were arrested in the Northern Cape province. The police said the suspect also damaged vehicles and other property. One of the suspects was said to have been arrested for illegal possession of drugs, and 3 others were arrested for public violence and detained at Kimberley Police Station. Police Otola, police commissioner for the province, commended officers for the arrest of the suspect. Otola condemned acts of violence against law enforcement agents, saying those who prevent police from exercising their duties will be dealt with harshly.
A drug is against the law in South Africa. Why are there still drugs in South Africa? That's my question. It's not about Nigerians, it's not about Zimbabwe. It's about a plague that is killing South Africa in South Africa. So how come you're having drug problems in South Africa?
How come you are having drug problem in South Africa? Because we are not having it in
Nigeria.
No, I suppose they do it's like this because of one.
Let everybody see. I have your number. Well, I would say first and foremost, intelligence, well coordinated, intelligence in their command, which was actually led by the chairman of the executive himself. Have here, it's 1.855 tons of raw cocaine. We had some concealed or filled in these 10 buses, and the others shipped in those drums. I'm sure you can see the drums over there. This is the highest singular seizure of cocaine in the history of this agency. What you have here comes to over $278 million, which is street value. If you convert that to Nigerian naira, you are talking of over 194 billion naira. And the men you find behind there, they are members of an international syndicate that the agency has been on their trail since 2018. And just lo and behold, in few days, by the grace of God, we were able to track them down to this building. This building, the man, please, I'm not talking to you. This building, it looks unoccupied, but then it's a warehouse for this international cartel. And we're glad that this has brought an end to the operation. That's the most you can take, except you want to get some clarity. Okay. I said from my extreme right there, you have 69-year-old Soji Jibril, an indigenous of Ibadan, Oyo State. Next to him is Emmanuel Shuku, 65-year-old native of Ekulobia and Anambra State. Then next to him is Wasiu Akinade, 53, from Ibadan, also Oyo State. The man in yellow, Sunday Oguntelure, 53, from Okitipupa, Ondo State. And the man, the Jamaican there, is Kevin Smith, 42-year-old native of Kingston in Jamaica. Syndicate. You should give the NDLEA thumbs up, because to be able to get to this place, this is a secluded estate in this part of Lagos. You would know that that must have taken a lot of work. With the support, we have to acknowledge the support of our foreign counterpart, that's the American drug.
The visit follows the interception of some vehicles allegedly involved in drug trafficking in the state. The vehicles had presidency registration plate numbers, and the command reports that they concealed 626 compressed blocks of cannabis sativa, otherwise known as Indian hemp, among other drugs weighing over 500 kilograms. NDLEA commander speaks on how his officers intercepted the vehicles.
So each point they get to, of course, with the siren and seeing the fake number of the presidency, of course, they were not even checked. If not for the credible intelligence we had on them, of course, they would have just, beat every other security agencies on the road. And of course, they will go. And as I said, that's one of their decoy they use in beating security agencies on the road. The arrests, of course, we have 2 pilot drivers, one piloting the Prado with a siren. Funny thing is that the 2 vehicles are bearing siren.
Where, with Quran or Bible, that in any way they are not supporting drug abusers in their constituency. DNA had become so compromised, so ineffective.
Based on credible intelligence and surveillance which confirmed that the senator's house was being used as a drug joint for drug dealers and users. The house was raided by our operatives.
The NDA has made unfounded allegations against me. These allegations are malicious, an attempt to undermine my credibility as a senator for the protection of the Senate and other senators. We must do something about this.
Injury to one is injury to all. Thing where they make in couple and say to smell, it's in the body, it's not from outside.
Do you understand? Austin is calling.
My brother.
Your brother. From where?
From Nigeria.
From Nigeria?
Austin, from Nigeria.
Yes. You know, Nigerians are bringing shame on Africa. Nigerians are the curse of Africa. And from Nigeria, who is the biggest curse? Igbo people. Because they are selfish, and they are stubborn, and they lie so well. And that is why proper investigation is needed in order to expose the devil so everybody can see him clearly, with all the evidence, so that he can no longer be denying. Because if he deny, then the process means that you go to prison for a long time.
A drug is against the law in South Africa. Why are there still drugs in South Africa? That's my question. It's not about Nigeria, it's not about Zimbabwe. It's about a plague that is killing South Africa in South Africa. So how come you are having drug problems in South Africa?
How come you are having drug problem in South Africa? Because we are not having it in Nigeria.
Hello again. Now let's take you to Nigeria, where more and more people are said to be living in severe poverty. Recent data from the National Bureau of Statistics of Nigeria shows that more than 133 million Nigerians are suffering from multidimensional poverty. That's about 63% of the country's population. Meanwhile, the number of youth engaging in drug and substance abuse has surpassed 10.5 million mark. Well, let's discuss these issues now with our Nigerian correspondent, Tessem Akende, joining us from Jos. Tessem, good afternoon. Thank you for your time here on today. So the levels of poverty seeming to be deepening in Nigeria, with about 63% of the population said to be suffering from multidimensional poverty. That's a very dire situation. Just break down the numbers for us.
Yes, indeed. It's really a disturbing situation here in Nigeria. And looking at the causes, we've been really disturbed as well. We're looking at the causes. Insecurity is one of them. Nigeria is battling an insurgency. Many people, according to the United Nations Refugee Agency, 3.2 million were displaced, and many of them were farmers who had family members. I mean, it's been so much of a bad situation because livelihoods have been lost. So the whole cycle, the whole situation has really been bad. So these are really the issues. And so looking at, and of course we've had flood this year. So a lot of people, farmlands washed away, many are displaced. The UN said over 2 million were displaced. Of course, they've started leaving IDP camps now. But indeed, it's been a very sad situation. People, so it's really, the issues are multidimensional. So yes, it's a sad situation, really.
Yeah, Tessem, is there an idea that the pandemic has worsened matters like in other parts of the world?
Yes, of course, the pandemic had its place because, but of course, the government waded in with soft loans and microcredits. People had to take up, people like those who were in the hospitality industry, hotels, restaurants, and all of that. They had to shut down at some point because, these were identified spots for people to actually pick up coronavirus. So that actually led to job losses. So the chain continued over and over and over. So the recovery process, yes, government has given out credits and monies and all of that for people to pick up again. But of course, it takes a whole process. We're hoping that people will get, but a lot of people have gotten back. But yes, it's not perfect yet. People are still, trying to pick up, get back their clients, build confidence again. So it's a whole process. Yeah, so to answer you, COVID-19, as elsewhere in the world, affected the numbers here in Nigeria as well.
Yeah, you've mentioned a number of factors, including insecurity. Yes, weather-wise, there's been drought, but also parts of Nigeria have had flooding recently. So everything like compounding to make the situation worse. The government, are they looking at these numbers of 133 million Nigerians who are suffering from multidimensional poverty and thinking we need to intervene? Has there been any word of government or any comment on the data that has come out from the National Bureau of Statistics?
Yes, of course. I identified insecurity as one of the reasons behind these numbers, why these numbers are like this. The government is taking very strong measures at ending the insecurity that has affected several states here in Nigeria. 33 states at the moment, we understand, have, some, and of course we have 36 states in Nigeria. 33 of them have one form of insecurity or the other. The government is really, trying to ensure that these, are tackled. President Muhammadu Buhari says his government, which will be ending next year, is committed to ensuring that Nigeria is safe before he hands over to the next government. That's for insecurity. Talking about the poverty levels, the president has also assured that his government is committed to ensuring that millions, he quoted 100 million Nigerians, moved out of poverty. How is it doing this? A committee has been set up to put a draft together to source for funds and work out workable solutions to ensure that this is actually, this is actualized. So yes, the government is looking at the numbers, but it is also concerned at ensuring that, as far as it's concerned, 100 million moved out of poverty within the next 10 years. I must state that as well.
Yeah, finally, Tessem, before we conclude, I understand the number of youth who are said to be engaging in drug and substance abuse has now surpassed the 10.5 million mark in Nigeria. That's a very serious situation.
Yes, indeed, it's a very, very serious situation. Of course, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, the agency that is actually monitoring the situation, says it also has a ripple effect on why the security issues have continued to linger. But it has also narrowed it down to the millennials and the Gen Z, the very young people who were maybe born between the 2000 and maybe very young people abusing alcohol, abusing drugs like marijuana and a few others. So it's really disturbing, but of course, the government has also mandated this agency. They're cracking up on them. They're ensuring that, look, campaigns are on. And of course, people are being arrested and convictions made in court. In the last 22 months, for instance, over 3,000 convictions have been gotten in court. So, yes, the numbers are rising, yes, but something is also being done about it. And we're hoping that the numbers will reduce drastically as these enforcement agencies continue with their duties.
As usual, thank you very much, Tessem Akende, for your time here on Today on ENC, giving us an update on two of main stories coming out of Nigeria this afternoon.